there's the worksheet. Now for each class, there's a worksheet that's already posted on the website. So this is the worksheet for today. But before going over that, I'm going to go to the Blackboard course, our course on Blackboard. So here it is, Blackboard. So this is Mat108 course, and I'm going to show you a few things. The course information, you're supposed to read this entire course information. This is basically your syllabus. And I already sent you a memo about that. You need to read all this and then take the quiz one. So here you have information like, what is your, how is your achievement is evaluated, 3 tests will be given 35% weight, final exam 40%, computer assignments will be worth 25%, and then course grades will be calculated, letter grades will be calculated based on this formula. 90 or above will be A, and so on. Lowest passing grade is 55. 55 to 58 is D minus, and that's the lowest passing grade. Below 55 will mean fail. Web design assignments, how to do them. I'm going to be explaining that in a few minutes, so you don't have to worry about that. But you need to read the whole thing, and then you need to take the quiz. You have to do this before the before next Monday. Somebody just came in. Hold on. Soccer. So after reading this entire course information, you're going to go to test and quizzes, and you'll find this quiz one. Click at that link, quiz will open up, and you need to take that quiz. You need to do that before February 8th. It'll shut down at that point. 10 minutes before your class, that's when always the assignments are due, 10 minutes before the class meeting time. The assignments, there's a link called assignments here, but there is no assignment posted here because your assignment will be on WebDesign, and I'll be explaining in a few minutes how to deal with WebDesign. Always when I make up the Zoom class meeting session for the next class, for each class, I'll be posting it on this announcement here. In this announcement area, I'll post that entire link and everything about that meeting. And anything I post on announcement will also come to your email box. So you can read it in the email or come here. And then course calendar basically has the full details of what will be taught in each class, what worksheet will be handled, and also what will be the assignment after each class. So today we're going to do worksheet 1, and which is section 1.2 in your book, and homework 1 on web design will be due Wednesday, and also quiz 1 on Blackboard is going to be, I think quiz 1 is due February 8th, not Wednesday, but both are your assignments right after today's class. And after next class, your assignment is homework 2. So this tells you exactly what will be done in each class and what your assignment will be and so on. But all your assignments are going to be on web design. So going over to faculty information, this is where you find my email address right there, profkugan@gmail.com. I want you to use this email address because this is dedicated to the students. If you write to this message, I'll get to it quick. And I usually respond to your questions or any concern or anything within 24 hours. Most of the time it's within 12 hours. If you use this address. If you use the John J address, then it'll be slower because I get all kinds of junk mail in that mailbox. So it'll take longer to get to your message. Going over to the course material, their course is divided into several modules, and I have divided each module into these worksheets. And so you're seeing these videos, but they're not going to be showing on your screen because I will be posting the video of each class right here after each class. So today's class video will be posted here. So that is to help the students who miss the class. Well, don't think that you can just miss every class and then watch the video. That's not the same as coming to class. 1 second. Few plot. Okay, so that's, when you actually come to the class meeting, uh, there is interaction. I ask question, you answer them. You ask question when you're not sure about something, and I answer it. That interaction will be missing. So that's why attendance is required, even though the videos are posted there. So the video is the next best thing to attending the class. So if you have to miss a class, then I strongly advise actually to view the video and then do the homework. There is always a homework due after each class. So view the video and then do the homework if you miss the class. Also, you can view the video if you want to review everything that went on in class. There are 4 modules, and after module 1 and 2, there will be first test. After module 3, there will be second test. All that schedule is posted in the course calendar. You can see when the test 1 will be. Test 1 is right there, class 10. Class 10 is the test 1. And then test 2, everything is, all the information is right there. Course supplements gives you additional material necessary, but right now you have the practice tests posted here. And before each test, you're supposed to do these practice tests and bring up your questions. So I will announce that when the test time comes. Then if you go into I already explained test and quizzes, assignments, and you can go to My Grades to see the grades of assignments that were done on the Blackboard. There's only one assignment you're going to do on Blackboard, the quiz 1. You can see the grade of that here, but all the WebAssign assignments, you won't see the grades here. You will see the grades of WebAssign assignments on WebAssign itself. I'll show you where that will be. The discussion board is useful to discuss with each other. Anything you post here will be seen by everybody in the class. Right now, you're supposed to post your introduction. There are 4 students have posted introduction of themselves here, but it is required that all of you post your introduction, and that's one of the assignments. So please do that before February 8th, which is next Monday. Always use the discussion board to post any question that others can answer. And sometimes even I will answer. So feel free to post them. Course messages are a good way to communicate with all the other students. So feel free to use that. Everybody will see any message you post here will be reaching everybody in the class, including me. So you can discuss matters of interest or concern using course messages or discussion board. Blackboard Collaborate allows you to video communicate with other students. So you may want to try that too. Yeah, that's basically all I need to show you here. And now I'm going to show you the WebAssign. To create an account on WebAssign, you need the course code. I believe I have sent you that, but I have also posted that in the course information. Right here, the code. This is your course code for joining the WebAssign. So 9625, the numbers, we need those numbers. 7027, I'm going to show you how to join this course on WebAssign. So to do that, you need to go to www. Webassign.com. So just type that webassign.com address, enter, and you will be going to WebAssign. So when you join first time, you're going to have to click at this link, enter class key. And that will take you to the class key. It's showing it in a different way. They must have changed it. JJY.CUNY, and then these numbers, 9625, 7027. And now it found the course, and it says, is this the course? And say yes, confirm. And then it'll take you to the registration. So you only need to do this first time. After you, it took me to my page because it recognized that I'm already registered. So I just showed you how to go into the registration and go through the registration process. When you finish the registration, you'll be going to the course page. During the registration, you'll be entering a login name and password, which you're going to have to remember to be able to log in the future. So once you do that, after you do that the first time, you don't have to, after you do that the first time, in the future, you will just click at the login to log into the course. Only the first time you had to use this key to register. So after you register, it'll show you the course page. The course page is not going to look like what you see here. It'll be different. So let me show you what you will be seeing. It's going to look like this. All right, there we go. Not yet, hold on. All right, so this is how it's going to look when you go to that page. And there you see the book. You access the book by clicking at this link if you want to access the entire book. But if you just want to go to the section, if you click here, you can go to the sections also. Any section you want to go to. No, it actually goes through the whole book. If you do it that way. Yeah, right here. If you want to jump to if you want to go to a certain section, you should be able to search for that. Uh, this is calendar, but okay, yeah, you can search by typing your page number here or section number. It'll go to that section. So that's how you read the section of the book. But most of the time, students access the book through the assignment. I'll show you how to access it through the assignment. There's only one assignment right here now, homework 1. So I'm going to show you how to work with that. Okay, so the questions in this first assignment are very elementary, basic algebra questions. So here is one. It says, mark these points on the number line, -5, -13. To mark that point, you pick up this circle, solid circle tool, click at that. And then go to the -5, and there it is. And -13, you click at the -13. You have to click at the circle again, and then -13. And then, and then the question says the second part, -5 is that less than -13 or greater? You select the inequality symbol here, greater, and then submit. Before submitting, you can see the read it button here. That's where you access the book. If you click at that link, it'll take you to the page of the book or section of the book that explains this particular topic. So you can read it right there. And then you can come back and do the problem. That's if you have difficulty, if you don't remember how to do it, if you want to read the book, you click here. You can always practice another version of the problem before doing the actual problem. For that, you click here, and then the practice problem, you're not graded. And also, you can ask the system to show you the solution also for the practice problem. So that's another way to practice and learn before doing the actual problem. The actual problem, you have 3 chances in most cases, in almost all the cases. Why 3 chances? Because, basically we want you to learn by mistakes and give you more chances to correct yourself. And, the whole idea is to learn from the assignment. That's why I'm giving you 3 chances. But if you get it wrong doing the 3 chances, then you won't get another chance. So to avoid getting 0 for any problem, you should do the practice version. Make sure you're doing it right before doing the actual problem. So you can submit. If you submit the answer now, right here, if you click at the button, that means you're submitting, then it will tell you whether it's right or wrong. It says first problem, you got 2 points. The problem was right, and you got 2 points. And it also shows you that you got it right. There's a check mark here to say that you got this graph right, and the check mark here to show you that the inequality is right. So everything is showing you that if it is wrong, then you just do it again, second time, and submit again. 3 chances are there. So that's what those are. And, there's a box to answer there and enter the answer. And so here, there's a fractional addition and subtraction here. You do that, and then you can enter the answer. I'm going to enter a wrong answer, just a random answer, just to show you how to answer. You can use the slash symbol for division or denominator. So something like that is acceptable. But there is, whenever you need, you know, the tools, mathematical tools to enter the answer, it'll bring up the toolbox. So here we don't need it. So that's why it didn't bring up. So, and it tells you you're supposed to enter a reduced fraction as answer. So all your fractions must be reduced. I'm submitting answer just to show you how it works. And it says I got it wrong. Um, so, and go on. This here you need to read the coordinates of these points, and that's elementary. And here you need to plot the points on the Cartesian plane. So again, you select the point and 8 minus 3, you find the point and mark it there. That's how you mark that. So I'm just showing you, I mean, you will learn very quickly. It's very straightforward. There is nothing difficult. These tools here, the line tool, circle tool, those are to draw graphs. I'm going to go to a graph question now to show you the graphing. So here is a question that says graph this equation. Now I'm feeling free to do these problems because when you do it, you're not going to get the exact same problem. The problem is changed for every individual. So each one of you will get a slightly different version of the same problem. So here it says y equal to x plus 9. When you do it, it'll be y equal to x plus 5. The red number is the one that will be changed. So I'm going to just show you how to graph this. So first, I need to find 2 points to be able to identify the graph. So when I choose x equal to 0, y equal to 9, so 0, 9 is 1 point. I can mark that using this 0, 9 right there. And then I'm going to find another point, which is minus 9, 0. Minus 9, 0 is right there. After that, you choose the line tool to draw the line. And this means a ray going only one direction. This means, again, a ray connecting to the 2 points. You don't want that. You want the line, a graph is an infinitely long line extending both ways. So that'll be this line, the line with the 2 arrows. You select that. And then if you click at one of the points and then go to the other point, click at the other point, the line will join the 2 points. So you click at the first point, even though you marked them already, you still have to click at the first point and then click at the second point, it'll join them by the line. And so you can still read it. And sometimes it'll give you another button that says watch it. If you have that button, it doesn't give you that for elementary problems like this, but for serious problems, it'll give you that. If you click it to watch it, it'll show you a video of somebody teaching that topic. So it is useful. Students have found those videos to be useful. So feel free to watch or read, do everything you need to review that topic before doing the problem. If you have any doubt about whether you're doing it right or not. All right, so I drew the graph. I'm going to submit that answer. Remember, once you submit the answer, if it is right, then it's automatically saved. There's nothing else to do to save the work. If you get it wrong, and if you don't redo it, it'll be marked wrong, and it'll be still saved. So I'm submitting the answer, and it says right. Right here, the check mark is there. That means it's right. So that's about all you need to know right now. And, after you do some of the assignments, you'll get the hang of it. Any questions so far on the web assignment? All right.
So is this due the beginning of class for Wednesday?
Every assignment is always due 10 minutes before the beginning of next class.
Okay.
Okay, so this will be due 12:05 on Wednesday.
Okay.
All right. And see this, since this is online, you can do it from anywhere. And you can do just 2 problems and log out. And then when you come back, you can proceed from the second problem and do the rest. So you can do the assignment anywhere, anytime. You can leave anytime, join again later, anytime. So it's the easiest way to do the assignments. Okay, so let's move out of there and go to the today's work. So today's work is basically a review of some basic algebraic concepts, just to make sure you understand these ideas. I'm going over simple algebraic facts. That's what we're doing here. And we will build our way all the way to graphing simple equations. Okay, so let's, by the way, whenever I'm presenting anything, the material is on the left side, but what you see on the right side is a whiteboard. I will be writing on this board whenever I need to write. So here is the, let me explain the equations. In math, whenever we need to deal with unknown quantities, we identify them by the names X, Y, Z. So anytime you see an equation with an X in it or Y in it, it means that quantity is the unknown quantity. And the equation basically tells you the relationship between the unknown quantity and other quantities. So an equation is a relationship between unknown values or unknown values and known values. So here is one equation. It says x plus 2 equal to 5. It means x is the unknown quantity. And it basically says if you add 2 to the unknown quantity, you will get 5. That's the statement it makes. If you add 2 to the unknown quantity, you will get 5. This one says if you multiply unknown quantity by 2, which is saying double it, you double the unknown quantity and take away 5, it'll be 13. That's what this says. So every equation is a statement. Later, you will be translating statements into equations. So therefore, you need to understand how the equations and statements correspond. Now, a solution means any value of the unknown variable, any value of the variable. The variable means the unknown quantity, the name of the unknown quantity. That's what we call variable. So here the variable is x. Here also the variable is x. The value of the unknown quantity that makes the equation true is called the solution. So whatever that makes the equation true is solution. So the first equation, what is the solution of this equation? X plus 2 equal to 5. What number plus 2 is 5? Isn't that the question? 3, right.
Yeah, 3.
So the solution of this equation is 3 because 3 plus 2 is 5. So basically any number that works, makes the equation true, is a solution. So this equation we are able to solve by just looking at it by inspection, but not always. You cannot always find the solution by looking at it. So you learn the process for solving. So the process involves this fact. The fact about equations is an equation remains valid and retains its solution. The solutions will also remain the same if you add, subtract, or multiply, or divide both sides by anything. So the equation will remain valid and will retain the solution if you do any operation such as adding, subtracting, multiplying, as long as you do it on both sides. So that means we can do anything to both sides, then the equation will remain valid and it will retain the solution. So the solution will also remain the same. So that is the fact about equation that we take advantage of to solve the equation. So the solution method that you learned in your basic algebra class was to add or subtract things from both sides until the x is isolated on one equation. The unknown quantity is isolated on one side. So if you want to do that process for this question, this equation number 2, let me do that on the board. The equation is, I pick up the pencil, hold on. Okay, so equation is 2x minus 5 equal to 13. So the process involves adding or subtracting or dividing both sides so that the x will be isolated. So what do we need to do first? To solve this equation, we need to isolate the x.
Add 5.
Add 5 to 13.
Add 5 to both sides, right? So I'm adding 5 to both sides. That way, these 5 will cancel here. Minus 5 plus 1 over 5 will be 0. So I get 2x equal to 13 plus 5, 18. Okay, what do we need to do next?
Divided by 2.
By 2.
Divide both sides.
On
by
both
2.
sides. That gives you x equal to 9. X equal to 9 is the solution. So you learned that process before and use that same process. So here is another equation. Let me do this quickly, even though these are elementary and you know already, but I need to make sure. So 12 minus 3 times x minus 2 parentheses equal to x minus 4. So the first thing you need to do is distribute the minus 3 inside. You need to take the sign with the number, minus 3 inside. That'll make it minus 3x, and then minus 3 times minus 2 is plus 6, equal to x minus 4. So I eliminate the parentheses, and next thing is reduce each side. 12 and 6 are like terms, add them up. That'll be 18 minus 3x equal to x minus 4. Now you need to bring all the x's to one side and all the numbers to the other side. It doesn't matter which side which goes to which side. I'm going to add 3x to move all the x's to the right side. So that gives me 18 equal to, these cancel out, 4x minus 4. I'm going to add 4 to both sides to move the 4 to the left. 4, 4. So I have 22 equal to 4x. And to isolate the x, I divide by 4. So that gives me x equal to 11 over 2. 22 over 4 is same as 11 over 2. So the answer is 11 over 2. So you, when you type this answer in the WebAssign, you'll be typing it as 11 over 2. Now remember, unreduced answer, before reducing, the answer was x equal to 22 over 4. And if you enter 22 over 4 as your answer, WebAssign will mark it wrong. It has to be reduced to the smallest. Only then it will be acceptable answer. All right, so moving on to equations in 2 variables. Now, this equation, for example, has x plus y equal to 5. So what does that mean? There are 2 quantities unknown, x and y, both are unknown. Let me clear the board. So 2 quantities are unknown means there are 2 quantities to find. And so it means in this case, if you look at x and y, what is the statement this equation makes? It says there are 2 unknown quantities and they add up to 5. That's what it says. The 2 unknown quantities will add up to 5. So what are the unknown quantities going to be? If you have one equation with 2 unknowns, then you do have solutions, but you have infinitely many solutions. Can you see that if I choose x equal to 2 and y equal to 3, that works? X equal to 2 and y equal to 3 works, right? X equal to 0 and y equal to 5 also works. So what it means is you have infinitely many solutions. The solutions are pairs of numbers. So we usually make a list of solutions this way. Show the X numbers and the corresponding Y numbers. These are the pairs. So solutions are pairs now. And there are infinitely many of those pairs that will solve the equation. In fact, you can choose any value for X and plug it in and solve for Y. That'll determine what Y has to be. Okay, so let me choose X equal to 7. My equation is X plus Y equal to 5. If I choose X equal to 7, I plug in 7. Then I have this equation. Solve for Y by subtracting 7, Y equal to -2. That means 5 comma -2. This pair is a solution. That's what it means. So you can find a solution, a pair, by choosing any value for X or Y, and then by solving for the other one. That's if you get one equation in 2 variables, then there'll be infinite solutions. Okay, so here is a equation in 2 variables. Can you find a solution for this? You can choose any value for X or Y. Okay, so what would you choose? What would be the easiest number to choose for X or Y?
1.
Even easier number than that is 0. I can choose any number, right? So you can choose 0. Why not? So I'm going to choose for this equation 3x minus 2y equal to 12. I'm going to choose x equal to 0. Then I get 3 times 0 is 0. So the equation becomes minus 2y equal to 12. Agree with that so far? X is 0. So this is what the equation becomes. Divide by -2 on both sides, then y equal to -6. So 0 comma -6 is a solution. Okay, so you are asked to find one solution. There it is. Okay, give me another easy number to work with, another easy choice. Let's say for y. Let's choose some value for y. What would you choose?
1
How about 0 again?
or 0.
Right? Yes, it is easier, right? So here's the equation, 3x minus 2y equal to 12. I'm going to choose 0 for the y. Then the equation becomes 3x equal to 12. Divide by 3, x equal to 4. So 4 comma 0. You always have to write the x number first. 4 comma 0 is your solution now. So they wanted 2 solutions. You found 2 solutions in the easiest way. So choose 0. 0 is the easiest number to work with. Okay, proceeding to explain number line. If you plot numbers on the line, then the line will be called number line. So let me show you where we begin. You choose any line, choose any point and mark it 0. Go to the right side, 1 inch, 1 centimeter, doesn't matter how long, call it 1. Then if you go the same distance further, that'll be 2. Same distance further will be 3, and so on. Now, if you go the same distance on the other side, that'll be what?
-1.
-1, right. Very good. And go further, same distance, -2, -3. Now, how do we find half? Between 0 and 1, if you go halfway, that's half, right there. Okay, so how do we find 1/3? I'm going to enlarge the region 0 to 1. If this is 0 to 1, then 1/3 can be found by dividing this into 3 sections, 3 equal sections. If you divide into 3 equal sections, this is 1/3, this is 2/3. So if you want to find 1/5, then you divide it into 5 sections. That'll give you 1/5, 2/5, 3/5, and all those. So all the fractions can be marked on the number line. So here's half and 1/3 shown in this picture on page 4. And in the same manner, you can find all the fractions on the number line. So number line is a line on which points represent numbers. So if you keep marking all your numbers, fractional numbers and everything, they will all fit it somewhere on the number line, all the numbers. So that's what number line is. And on the number line, any number on the left is smaller than number on the right. So comparing -2 and -1, which is smaller? -2 is smaller than -1. -2 is smaller than 0. -2 is smaller than 2. So numbers on the left are smaller than numbers on the right. Let's go to the Cartesian coordinate system. Coordinate system is very useful to convert algebra into geometric problem. That's what it does. So the idea was found by the mathematician called Cartesian. That was his name. And so they gave that name to this entire system. And it's called Cartesian coordinate system. You have already learned in your basic algebra class how to find the points, how to mark them. Basically, so let me clear the screen here. And so here is the so the Cartesian coordinate system is basically two number lines. You put one number line horizontally and call it x-axis. Wherever the 0 is, you place another number line vertically so that the two zeros coincide, and this will be called y-axis. And so here's 1, 2, 3 on the x-axis, and 1, 2, 3, 4 on the y-axis. Now the nice thing about Cartesian coordinate system is every pair of number like 1, 3 can be identified by one point on this plane. So to find 1, 3, you go from origin, you go 1 unit on the x-axis, and then for the 3, you go 3 units on the y-axis. And there it is. This point has coordinates 1, 3. Similarly, if you go to negative side, this is -1, 3 right here, -1, 3. Okay, so you learned it before, so I'm going to just quick questions. -2, -5. Okay, before the question, let me recall that this quadrant, this section where x number and y number both are positive is called quadrant 1. This section is called quadrant 2, quadrant 3, quadrant 4. Now my question is -2, -5 will be in which quadrant?
Quadrant 3.
Quadrant 3.
3.
Right, very good. So just to recall, I know you have learned all these, but we just need to make sure that's what I just did. Now let's understand graphing. Graphing means basically representing all the solutions on the coordinate system. The equation x plus y equal to 5, I'm going to explain using this example. Example is x plus y equal to 5. Okay. Now, this equation I explained already that it has solutions, but it has infinitely many solutions. If you have one equation in two variables, you always have infinitely many solutions. So if I want to list a few solutions, I can put it in a table. That will be if x equal to 2, y has to be 3. If x is 0, y will be 5. If I choose x equal to 1, y has to be 4. So these are pairs. 2, 3 is a solution. The pair 2, 3 is a solution. 0, 5 is a solution. 1, 4, these are the pairs. And if I choose y equal to 0, x will be 5. Okay, so these are solutions. There are many more, but I don't need all of them to identify the graph. But I'm going to, these are pairs of numbers. The solutions of this equation are pairs of numbers. So therefore, we know that pairs of numbers represent points on the coordinate system. So therefore, each one of these is going to correspond to a point on the coordinate system. So I'm going to go to the coordinate system and find those points. X-axis, y-axis, 0, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 0, 5. And 2, 3, 1, 2, 2, 3 is right here. And 1, 4, 1, 4 is right there. And then 5, 0, 2, 3, 4, 5, 0. When the y coordinate is 0, it'll be on the x-axis. The point will be on the x-axis. When the x coordinate is 0, it's on the y-axis. Anyway, can you see a pattern among these points? They're falling on a line.
Yes.
Yes. So in fact, if you find the other solutions, they will be all on this line. Other solutions, all of them. This line extends to infinitely long, and the points are solutions of this equation. So basically, all the solutions of this equation are right here on this line. So we call this line the solution of the equation. So we, since the line represents all the solutions, it's called the graph of the equation. So there is one line that corresponds to each equation. Each equation corresponds to one line. That line is called the graph. It extends infinitely on both ends. So do not give me a graph that's a segment. If you draw a graph, if you draw this as your graph, that's called a line segment. This is not a line. It has to extend on both sides to be a line. So always when you graph, extend the line on both sides. So all that detail I went over are shown here in the worksheet. It's all there on the worksheet. Now let's see how to find x and y intercepts. See, there is a point where the graph meets y-axis right there. That's called y-intercept. The point where it meets x-axis, that's called x-intercept. So if the problem asks you to find y-intercept, then you're finding the point on the y-axis that is a solution of the equation. But if it is going to be on the y-axis, then the x-coordinate will be 0. So let me answer the question of finding the x-intercept and y-intercept for a specific equation. So let's work with the equation. My example here is 2x minus 3y equal to 12. And the problem says find x, y intercepts and sketch the graph. Okay, so as we noted earlier, x-intercept means where the line meets x-axis, this point. Any point on the x-axis has y-coordinate 0. So x number is unknown, but y-coordinate is 0. So that means to find x-axis, x-intercept, the y-coordinate number is 0. So here is how you find x-intercept. You set this y-coordinate to 0 because we know that y-coordinate is 0 for that point. So 2x minus 0 equal to 12. And so 2x equal to 12, x equal to 6. So 6 comma 0 is the point which has 0 as y-coordinate. So therefore that is the x-intercept. Now to find y-intercept, wherever the graph meets y-axis, x-coordinate is 0. So therefore set x to 0 on the equation. So plug in x 0 for the x, then you get negative 3y equal to 12. and divide by -3, you get -4. So 0 minus 4 is the y-intercept. Okay, so we have the intercepts. And so the third part of the question is sketch the graph of the equation. So we have x-intercept equal to 6, 0, y-intercept 0 minus 4. So on the axis system, so draw the axes. 0, 6, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 0 minus 4. And then join them and extend. That's your graph right there. But on WebAssign, if you use the line tool, then it'll extend it both ways. Only if you use the line segment tool, the array tool, it'll give you line segment. So anyway, we found the XY intercept and graphed it. So I want you to do this one. Warm up exercise 3 right there. Do it now. It's always recommended that you have the worksheet printed out. If you have it, then if you do the work right there, it'll be useful as a review when you're studying for the test. But if you don't have the worksheet, do it on a notebook, whatever you have in front of you. So it says find XY intercepts and then sketch the graph. So I want you to find the x-intercept and y-intercept first, and then use them to sketch the graph. You can do the work on a table like I'm showing you here. To find y-intercept, you had to put x equal to 0. To find x-intercept, you had to put y equal to 0. So you can do that right here. Anybody found the y-intercept?
I think I found it.
Okay, what is it?
It's 0, 5.
0, 5, very good. Anybody else found the x-intercept?
I think I found that too, but I think that one is wrong.
Okay,
I have 7 over 2, 0.
what over 2 again?
7.
7 over 2? Is that right? Anybody else?
I mean, -7.
I got the same thing.
What is that? What's that again? I didn't hear that. Same thing?
I
Seven?
I got -7 over 2 as well.
Okay. All right. 7, let me show you. Yeah, that is right. So for those who don't see it, I'm going to show you. -2x plus 3y equal to 15. I'm going to plug in y equal to 0. So y equal to 0 equal to, that gives you negative 2x equal to 15. So dividing by negative 2, x equal to 15 over negative 2, which is equal to negative 15 over 2. But you have to convert it to mixed fraction to be able to identify it on the axis. So if you divide 15 by 2, you're getting 7, and you're getting 1 remainder. That means 7 and a half. So negative 7 and a half is your x-intercept. Because if you write it as 15 over 2, you cannot find it on the axis system. Okay, so therefore 0, 5. 0, 5 is the y-intercept. So there it is. And x-intercept 0, negative 7 and a half. So here's 1, negative 1, negative 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So negative 7 and a half is halfway between them. So right there. And join them. That's your graph. Okay. All right. Yeah, that should be enough practice. Always in the worksheets, there is a exercise section at the end. That is for additional practice. You know, it's not necessary that we do it in class, but it's for additional practice. So I want you to do this. Mark the point 4 and 2/3 on this number line. I want to see if you can figure that out. 4 and 2/3. Here's the number line. Here's a 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. To identify 4 and 2/3, what do I have to do first?
You will first have to identify where 4 is.
Okay, here's the 4, here's the 5.
Mhm.
Okay,
Then you divide the space between the 4 and the 5 into 3 sections.
into 3 sections, 3 equal sections, right?
Mm-hmm.
Here are the 3 equal sections. So now, which one of these 2 points represent 4 and 2/3?
Mm.
The second line?
I think
Second
it's
one.
the
First one represents 4 and 1/3. This length equal to 1/3. Another 1/3 makes it 2/3. This becomes 2/3. So this point represents 4 and 2/3. Okay. Because in your homework, in your web design assignments, you have to be able to find them. So that's how do you do that. All right, so that's all we're doing for today. So we are 15 minutes early, but yeah, that'll be all we can do. I don't want to start another section. So we are done for the day, and you need to create your account on the web design. For now, it will let you work with it without having to pay anything. But it'll be available for free for only 2 weeks. 2 weeks starting from today. So before the 2 weeks time period expires, you're going to have to pay for it. There must be, see, I don't have to pay for it, so it doesn't show me any link to pay for it on my website, on my view of the web design. But in your student view, you should be able to, find the link to pay for it. And if you have any doubt, there is a customer service number. you can call that number and ask them how to pay for it, or or you may be able to pay them directly anyway. You know, if you see, I can't show you that here because I don't get that link because I'm an instructor. Instructors don't have to pay for them. So you're going to have to pay for it before the end of the 2 weeks period. But when you initially create the account, it'll give you a chance to pay for it. If you can't pay for it, then there'll be no problems, no hassles afterwards. But only if you cannot pay for it at this time. If you decide to wait, then you'll have to figure out where that link is, or call that customer service number. If you don't see the customer service number, you can always Google search WebAssign customer service number. You know, now you have Google search for anything. So please pay for that within the 2 weeks period. Last semester, I had a student who didn't pay for it, and she waited another week. She said she didn't have the money. She waited another week and then paid for it, but then she missed so many assignments and she couldn't handle the course anymore. See, if you miss assignments, then you're not learning that part of the course. If you're not learning that part of the course, then the rest of the course will become miserable. You won't be able to understand anything. Math is a sequential course. You have to do the assignments to be ready for the next class. See, we instructors set up these assignments. Often we have to grade them ourselves manually. Now here, fortunately, WebAssign will grade for me, but we grade, we sometimes we have to grade. And why do we do all that grading work? Because there is no other way to learn. The only way to learn math is by doing the work, doing the problems. So that's why the assignments are there. Do not miss any of them. Students who missed assignments failed this course. You know, why bother to come to class knowing that you're going to fail? So that's why I'm emphasizing do not miss any assignment. Students who missed assignments ended up failing. That I was sorry about that one student who failed because she couldn't pay for the WebAssign on time. I feel sorry because she didn't have the money to pay for it. I understand she was poor, but you know, you paid for the course and now you had to get through this to make it worthwhile for the money you paid. And so you're going to have to find a way to pay for the assignment, pay for this WebAssign and finish your assignments and get through this course. All right. So any question?
Will we
Professor,
be
yeah.
having any asynchronous classes for Zoom?
I'm sorry. Yes, we are going to have class like all the classes will be on Zoom like today. Yes.
Okay, another question, Professor. I'm on the page where I'm about to buy the plan, but there's two plans right here. Which one do you recommend us buy, the homework and ebook plan or the unlimited one?
Oh, I see. When you pay for the WebAssign automatically comes with the book. You already saw where the book is, right? So you don't have to pay for the book at all. You just pay for the WebAssign. And if you don't have to go to the bookstore and buy anything. I know the bookstore will try to sell the book with the WebAssign. We don't need that. So just pay for the website on the WebAssign itself. That'll be the easiest way. Then you're not paying for the book.
I got that email about the book that we're doing it on the WebAssign, but I already bought the book.
Okay.
It says right here that the new text is sold with the enhanced WebAssign online. It says, but I don't know if it.
Okay, so if the book, if you bought the book, then it should have the code for the WebAssign inside.
Okay.
You know, so when you log on and create your account, at one point it will ask you for the code if you have it.
Okay.
You can enter that code, then you have paid for it.
All right. Okay. Thank you.
And otherwise, it will allow you to pay for it, and you can pay for it if you can now. Or if you want to use the free period, it'll have that option too. So you select that free period, free trial period, or whatever it's called. If you do that, then you have to pay for it within the 2 weeks period. Because if it expires, then there'll be all kinds of hassles. When you sign in again, will you get that same account back? It's supposed to, but there have been instances in which the student lost the original account and he or she had to create a new account. And so the original assignments were lost. All kinds of problems will happen if you wait after the 2 weeks period, okay? So please pay for it within the 2 weeks period. Then you'll be fine. It should be around $100. I couldn't say exact price because always the prices go up, right? So I can never tell you exact price.
Can,
Yeah.
can you give us the class key again, please?
Oh, the class key is, I send you the message, and I thought I sent you that in that message. If I didn't, you can always go to the Blackboard course and go to the course information, right? Course information right there. And that is where you find all the information right there. This is the class key in this box right here.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. So everything you need is always there in the course information section. All right, any other question? All right, so you're all
I
set.
actually have another question.
Sure.
It's not more of a question. It's not working. The
Not working.
the key.
This key?
Yeah.
You have to put the JJ CUNY.
You have to enter the jjay.cuny space 9625 space 7027.
Oh, okay.
jjay.cuny is necessary to identify the school, and then the rest of the numbers will identify this course. So you need the whole thing.
So the homework assignment for this week will be on WebAssign, right?
Yes, it is already there. And you need to finish it before 12:05 on Wednesday. After 12:05, you will not be able to do it. It'll be there, you will be able to see it, and you can even see the solutions and everything, but you won't be able to do the assignment anymore. So one other thing I need to mention, on the WebAssign, see, I have the instructor view, so you had to, I can't explain the student view. After the assignment due date is over, there is a link in there you can click at to see the assignment with the solutions. And if you see the assignment with the solutions, then I will not be able to extend it for you for any reason. I mean, I extend the assignment for students with problems, like, you got sick, you were admitted in the hospital, now you're back, you want to be able to do the assignment. Yes, of course, I have to extend it in situations like that. So I will extend it only if you haven't looked at the solutions. If you have looked at the solutions, then WebAssign will tell me that you have looked at the solution, and it will refuse to allow me to extend that for you. All right, everybody understand that? So do not look at the solutions if you have a plan to get the extension and complete it later. And also, one other thing I have to remind you, if I go over more than one of those homework problems, so, I mean, of course, after the assignment, this Wednesday, your assignment is due. So let's say some of you ask me to go over some of those problems. If I go over more than one of those problems in class, then I will not extend it for anybody because you have an advantage now. You have seen the solution in class, right? It's not fair to the other students to allow you to do the assignment after seeing the solution in class. So, so there are so many of those issues. So the extension is not always guaranteed for you. It all depends on several factors. So don't rely on the extension. Try to finish it on time. Try to finish the assignment on time. Then you will have much less to worry about.